What's good, YouTube? You already know what it is. It's your boy Fredo, aka Fredo Sauce. And today, I figured, I gotta give y'all story time. It's the new year, new decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, new year, new. Sorry, let me stop bullshit. That's what everybody say. But, nah, that's besides the point. Before I continue on what I'm about to share, y'all, get y'all bullshit first. Get y'all protein shakes, get y'all green smoothies, get y'all, you know what I'm saying? Get whatever it is that y'all eat and drink whenever, y'all watch YouTube videos. But without any further ado, let's get right on to it. So I would say this happened around 2017 in January. It was both my cousins Izzy and Ronnie's birthday. And pretty much like one of them invited me saying like, oh, like loco, like come to the house or whatever, like come celebrate it with us. And I don't drink, but I wasn't like planning on it. But I'm like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, it's cool. So we went in there. It was a great, like we had an amazing time, by the way. Like I had an amazing time with like Izzy, Ronnie, G, my best friend Elvin, and this person named Braulio at the time that we was all cool. I mean, I don't got no beef with him, but I don't want to get into all that because like some motherfuckers don't like this nigga, but that's besides the point. So as we having a good ass time, just sitting together, just talking, family shit. This nigga Izzy gonna have the nerve to take, I don't know how many shots this nigga took, but he was so fucked up to the point where I was just looking at this nigga like, yo, what you saying? Like, he was fucked up. Then Ronnie got fucked up. And me not being a drinker, I say, you know what? I don't drink, but I'm gonna take like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take a couple shots with you. So I did. And not just me. It was me, matter of fact, me, Ronnie, Izzy, G. Well, I'm not gonna say his. Well, fucking Gian. And I don't know if Elvin took some fucking he drunk some shit, but that's besides the point. All I remember was I had like 2 or 3 shots of Hennessy, and I had like two cups of Remy with cranberry, and I kid y'all the fuck not. Like my aunt, she started looking at me crazy. Like my aunt was like, "Yo, you okay?" Cause like I'm not a drinker, by the way. Like I'm not like a heavy ass drinker or a medium drinker. Like I'm light as fuck with it. Like right now, if I drink like a cup or take like a shot or two, I'm already fucked up. But being Dominican, like that's what we that's like a cup of tea. Like we love to drink. We're not this motherfucker. Like I hate drinking, but let's continue. So the only thing that I remember was like I was just too fucking happy, bro. Like too happy to the point where like my aunt, like I started talking to my aunt like in a happy ass mood, and then next thing you know, like she started noticing I wasn't myself, cause like my aunt, I'm like the closest to her out of like let's say like cousins wise and shit like that, or nephews or nieces, but that's fuck that. And she told my cousin Gian like, yo Gian, like do me a favor and take him to the house, and he said okay, and as like Jen and Elvin was taking me to the like outside the house, let me tell you something, right? My dumbass decided, to go out and then, just, be in a happy ass mood, just talk my shit. And then my dumbass had the nerve to run like damn near half the block up and half the block down, and then came back like to the same spot that was at my cousin's house. And then my best friend, and Gian, this motherfucker, oh my God, like, they started, like, they was mad at me at that night, like, it was like, yo, they just wanted to take me home, and I was just, like, tripping. So, they told me, like, yo, go get in your car. And, I went in my car, and, for a drunk-ass motherfucker for the first time, I drove well, because they said, like, yo, follow me to the gas station. Went to the gas station, and I don't know what the fuck we went to the gas station for, but but my cousin Gian, like, yo, Gian and Elvin, which is my best friend, by the way, they both of them was trying to like just they were trying to get me out the car for 30 fucking minutes. And I remember this shit too. It was like 1:30 in the morning. Like they were just so fucking pissed. Like it was to the point where like I got impatient. I'm like, you know what? Take my fucking car, bitch. So they took my car, and I was like, yo, like local, play music, and Like it was a long ass drive. We were just like nothing but silence, and then like fucking my cousin was just looking at me like yo, like shut the fuck up, bro. And and let me tell you, right? And I didn't even know this shit when people drink. When people drink, like they say shit that like how to say it. When people drink, they say some shit that's the truth. And at the time, I didn't know that because I wasn't educated at drinking. Like I was just a normal regular college student that just just be on his A game with his homework and you know what I'm saying, make sure that he passes all of his classes with like at least a C or higher. And I ended up saying some shit and they got mad at me because of what I said. But at the time, like I told them that, yo, whatever I said, I'm really sorry because what I said, they felt some type of way and I was hurt. Like I was bothered because like they was really my fucking boys. Like they was my bros. And the simple fact that they just say, oh fuck Fraylin is like Jesus, like y'all supposed to be my fucking niggas. Like y'all gotta understand, like I'm not a drinker. Like now, if I was an experienced drinker and I got drunk before, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have the reason to be mad. But I don't know if it was because they had a young mind state, but I was just not a drinker. And let me tell y'all something. They ain't talked to me for 2 months. And coming from a nigga how to say it, coming from a nigga that have a very hard time getting along with people, man, I was upset. I was like alone, bored, and I was like, yo, what do I have to do to get y'all niggas to forgive me? Because whatever I said that at that time, I really didn't mean it. And I guess they wasn't having that shit. And then it got to the point where, like, they say, yo, like, I think they got to the point where they was like, you know what? I can't get mad at this nigga no more because being as though he don't drink, he said some shit that, he wasn't supposed to say. And that's one thing that I also learned, like, as I grew up, I'm like, when people drink, people tend to, like, react differently, whether it's for the good or for the bad. People could be too damn happy. They could be too damn angry, frustrated, sad, emotional, like afraid, or any of that concerns. Because me being around that type of stuff and me like seeing it like as I grow, I was like, all right. So I know that for me, thankfully, I'm not like violent. I'm not like sad. I'm not like none of that. Like the only thing is I'm like way too happy, which I guess you could say it's a good thing because at least for the most part, I don't like, I don't tend to like want to like break anybody's tables or just start flipping chairs or any of that concern. But whatever. So if y'all made it to the end, I would say thank you. I appreciate it. And I don't normally like, go along with like sharing this type of things because, well, it's not personal, but I'm pretty sure a lot of us had some really funny stories about the very first time that we got drunk, whether it was 18, 19, 20, or hell, even younger than that. Because with Dominicans, shit, you could be 8, 9 years old and then your drunk ass uncle, your drunk ass pops, that nigga could put a beer in your mouth and then you gonna be like, oh, it tastes good. And then you were to be just like your dad or your uncle, an alcoholic fuck. But yeah, man, thank y'all guys for listening. I'm about to go ahead and play some Call of Duty. So if y'all niggas got that shit, listen, holler me at that. I'm gonna bust all y'all niggas ass. And I'm out.